In the coming weeks, you're going to hear an awful lot about how climate change caused the devastating fire in Jasper last week. Don't believe a word of it. Already there are Liberal MPs and environmentalists who've been saying, see, this is what happens when we don't get our emissions under control. We need electric vehicles, we need wind turbines, we need solar panels, we need heat pumps instead of furnaces. That's not what caused it. What caused this was woke environmentalism at Parks Canada. For nearly 25 years, Parks Canada has been refusing to thin out dead trees in Jasper. By last year, 44% of all the trees in Jasper had been killed by a mountain pine beetle infestation. And Parks Canada just let them stand there. They were like giant matchsticks, going on for kilometer after kilometer. Environment Canada and Parks Canada had thinned out about 1.6 hectares of the forest. And there were tens of thousands of hectares that were affected. So what they did was largely useless. They promised that they would plant 520,000 new trees. They planted a few thousand, under 10,000 by some counts. The Liberals just aren't very good at planting trees, apparently. They promised, of course, in 2019 they would plant 2 billion across the country, and they've so far planted maybe 40 million. But that's not the point. The point is that Parks Canada was told again and again and again, first by the Alberta government, then by its own conservation scientists, by the mayor of Jasper, by professional foresters that they hired to evaluate the forest at Jasper. They were told again and again and again that a mega fire was coming if they didn't do something to get rid of all of the dead trees in Jasper. And they did nothing. I think the kicker, though, came this week when it was discovered that an internal report prepared for Environment Minister Stephen Guilbeault said that Jasper was a particular problem, that Parks Canada acknowledged it had done nothing or next to nothing to mitigate the fire risk. And going forward, its new parks plan should focus on that. But they knew that for nearly a quarter of a century, they had done nothing. And that's why when the fire struck last week, the forest in Jasper burst into flames, huge flames. At one point, the firefighters estimated that the wall of fire going at the town site was 100 meters tall, 300 to 400 feet tall. And the other thing that Parks Canada did, so it ignored all of these warnings, it also didn't ask for Alberta's help in fighting these fires. Alberta has a lot of experience fighting wildfires. For instance, Alberta has night vision firefighting capacity, so they can fight 24 hours a day. Parks Canada can't fight at night. So as soon as it got dark, Parks Canada had to stop fighting the fires coming to Jasper. Alberta has this technology that allows them to throw up huge walls of water in front of huge walls of fire and prevent fires from advancing as quickly. Parks Canada didn't ask for that help. They were told, as I said, again and again and again, that they had to deal with these standing trees. 44% of the forest in Jasper was dead trees. They had to do something about that, and they didn't. And that's why, when the fire struck last week, it was so utterly devastating. For Postmedia, I'm Lorne Gunter.
That was really good.